Hello and welcome to another IELTS essay correction. The question is, employers sometimes ask people applying for jobs for personal information such as their hobbies and interests and whether they are married or single. Some people say this information may be relevant and useful, others disagree. That is, others think that it is irrelevant and not useful. Discuss both views and give your own opinion. So we'll be going through this essay and I'll be discussing some of the elements that the student has imperfectly applied. Um, Let us go through it. So there are a few errors over here, such as the use of word handy. Handy means something which is convenient. So convenient is wrong. It should be useful. And there are a few things that is such as use of would be. It should be is. One side of the picture is this is again not relevant. It's better to directly start the answer. My concern over here begins with this part. So, employers, while giving jobs, always prefer educational status and work experience over personal choice of an employee. It is fine over here. The structure is fine. However, it is better if an employee is put over here and then use a pronoun to refer back to the employee. The point here is that the question says that some people think it is relevant and others disagree with it. That is, others think that this is not required. Now, if it is not required, what the student is doing over here is, the student is comparing personal choices with education and experience of an employee. So as if there's a comparison between the two. The question does not ask for a comparison. It either says personal choices matter, others, and or it says that they do not matter. So there is no need of a comparison over here. There is no need of, in fact, writing this. So they just give importance to education and experience and almost no importance to personal choices. That should have been written over here. So there is no comparison. Okay. Thereafter, the student somehow fails in explaining the idea. Again, repeats the same idea that education and work experience are important in different words. So if you go through it, it is merely a repetition. The preferred one must have mandatory academic record and required work experience in that particular field. So it does not depend upon family background or responsibilities that he or she may have. So the point is that the student is negating family background and something else in favor of academic record and work experience, something which was written over here. This is a repetition of idea in different words. This is a repetition of idea. Repetition of idea in different words. So the question is not. The question is why these are important. You should basically explain why education and experience of an employee are important, not repeat it in different words. So I've written a sentence over here trying to explain why exactly are education and experience important. While performing professional duties, an employee needs a thorough understanding of technical issues. So why is education and your knowledge important? Because there are certain technical issues, and this understanding emanates from theoretical knowledge gained through academic years and practical know-how that comes from experience. So that's why experience and theoretical knowledge are important because they help in solving some technical issues. So this was how you need to write clear ideas and try to explain them in a clear form, clear specific format, clear specific format. Okay. Now you'll note that body paragraph 2 is far better structured than the body paragraph 1. This is body paragraph 2. And the student is discussing now the opposite side of the opposite view, the other opinion. On the flip side, The information about a worker's interest and marital status can help the employer in creating an efficient workforce for his organization. So the idea is, this is the idea, and the idea is that it helps in creation of efficient workforce for an organization. And the student goes on to explain it in a good way. It would be a wonderful idea to allocate physical jobs to an individual with interest in sports and gym. So that's where your personal interest comes into picture. While official work should be preferably handed over to those who have an interest in reading and writing. There are a bit of a structural issue over here. The sentence could have been better structured. However, the point is crystal clear that personal preferences should be mixed with your duties in order to get maximum benefit for the organization. The student goes on to recite Bill Gates, his interview that with the BBC, that to develop an effective work system, something needs to be done. So the idea basically is clear, and the explanation is also clear. It is up to the mark despite some sentence structuring issues. There are some sentence structuring issues that I have addressed effectively over here. So, for instance, here had a great impact on work efficiency. Had a great impact on the nature of official tasks the worker can effectively perform. So just writing work efficiency, trying to present it in a better way, the nature of official tasks. Okay. So the argument is nicely built. This is something which is extremely required for scoring 7+ bands. Um, the conclusion is also finely written. The student has given his own opinion. It is discuss both views and give your opinion, your own opinion. Own opinion is mentioned over here. It is better to explain it a bit, just in one sentence, just plus one sentence to explain it in a bit of a detail. Even if you agree with just one idea above, just try to write it in different words. For instance, this motivates a worker to yield higher economic productivity and enhances his job satisfaction because the student is in favor of this idea. And what is it doing? It is motivating a worker for higher economic productivity and enhancing job satisfaction. This one sentence will make your opinion more clear and explain it in greater detail. This was my take on this as a correction. If you have any questions, just drop them in the comments box below. Subscribe to the channel, and if you wish, drop me an email at ltechiles@gmail.com. Don't forget to visit my website. Follow it. It's ltechenglish.com, and there's a link below this video to the answer. Just go through the answer as well. Just follow the website and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching.